Judge Swift. I will try to be swift. I've done a 34-minute video and I just canceled it. Then I did a 15-minute video and I canceled it. You don't have this kind of time. So I have a list here, which is very unusual for me. I'm just going to try to do Roman numerals. Anyway, the important issue is I wanted to tell you that it would probably be in my best interest, as helpful as Sandy Cabell has been. They've been trying to unload me for over a year, and they're having difficulty with that because they're an insurance company, and it's too long of a story. We're not going into that. The issue is she can't even come to court. Insurance companies were just con artist banks. At least the bank said, listen, we want your money because we're going to make money. The insurance companies had to come up with flim-flam dagadoos. I really hate them. But anyway, I love Sandy Cabell, but she became for 8 months, that woman was in the top 5 therapists I've ever had. Then she became a therapist and an assistant, and then she kept saying, listen, we got to move you on to a regular behavioral health. But I've had real problems with them because of funding, and it doesn't matter. You don't need all my mishigas. The issue is, I am going to send you 2 Bayada nurses. I did mention Stacy Gilchrist. Now, no one knows me better than Stacy. Nobody. Zero. She's been with me since the esophagus, which has to be 2.5 years. And I didn't have her for a year because the Book of Job hit her life. But listen, she was a psychiatric nurse and all of that. And she just knows. But I also have another Bayada nurse who also let me put it this way. Her residency, Stacy, was in psychiatric wards. But she's pretty much, she worked in emergency rooms 13 years and whatever. But my daughter interviewed, and that's why they gave me Stacy, because she's so phenomenal. But now I have another phenomenal nurse because I'm on suicide watch. Her name is Lori Warren, and I'm going to send you her contact material. And I think between the two, they'll give you a better overview, even though, please call Sandy. But Sandy's going to tell you, we're trying to unload him. He won't get a normal therapist, and I'm always a problem somewhere. Anyway, but please call Sandy Cabell. But I just think Stacy Gilchrist, I call her Stacy Girl Christ, and Lori Warren, both from Bayada, and Lori is 66 years old. She worked in the psychiatric wards at Ancora. She for many years, and turn a frown around. I beg of you to Google that. And I'm begging you to take 8 minutes that you don't have. Because my daughter used to call me Forrest Gump and an enigma, and I got so much non-judgmental, uplifting, unconditional love. My peers never get that. I got the nurturing. I am utterly fucked up, evil, everything you know regarding paranoid schizophrenia. But the issue is I was nurtured in so much love. The greatest father in the world never yelled at me. A woman who had to raise me because my mother was so evil, whatever, Elizabeth. So the nurture in nature is astounding to me. But anyway, she's 66, and I did shows at Ancora, and we had a visitation program at Ancora. So it's just the bizarreness. But if you Google Drew Horn 2013 Voice Award acceptance speech, that was my last award. I tried to get my daughter to take in 3 volunteers. I'd already fired myself twice because I hid my paranoid schizophrenia. That's the biggest bagadoo of the whole zippity-doo. And now it's on 420. But anyhow, the issue is I'm paranoid. I hid that whole thing. And you're as sick as your deepest secret. It's taken me 7 years. It's horrible. But I'm listed. This is what I need you to hear. I know you mean well. And I know you're just trying to find a way not to cut the twin in half, like the wisdom of Solomon. But you have to understand something. I cannot cohabitate. You can contact Operation Safety Net in Pittsburgh, New Jersey. They are part of Mercy Hospital. They won an award from CNN. They are just good Samaritans beyond. And I'm listed as impossible to place. They tried to place me 10 times, and not with venom. I cannot cohabitate. The mental health system, with all the millions of dollars from SAMHSA and other funding, it's cookie cutter. Everything has to be regulated. That's why I told you I don't like these funded behavioral health things, because there's so much like whatever you got. And I'm the elephant in the room. Paranoid schizophrenia is completely opposite. It's a completely different animal. I'm the elephant, and all the housing for mental health that's funded is dogs and cats, and I can't do it. It would be unfair for you to put me in a shelter or group home or any program for the people that I'd be with, and then generally I leave because I don't want to be a problem. And so we need to circumvent all that. I need specialized housing. I need to be away from people. I need to be end of the property of some groovy person who's a good Samaritan, who saw what I did for 12 years, who knows I want to start a podcast. I'm very unusual. I've been compared to John Nash in the movie A Beautiful Mind. I take that as a high compliment. Like, that man inspired me more than anybody, really, because of him being paranoid schizophrenic. But the issue is, I have my eye on the prize. Otherwise, I'd commit suicide. Like Belgium, here I come. My daughter's dead. Life is too hard. The world is too toxic. I live below the poverty level. I get $10,011 a month. No one's living on that, Your Honor. And I just need to get to the poverty level. I just, I need somebody they just said, wow, look what he did. He was very sick. I don't like what I did, even though I won 12 awards. It was 80% meringue. And now we just need to do a search and rescue. We need to contact set up an app. All this stuff can be done easily. I was a CEO. I had a board of 14 people. We were a 501c3. I'd never do any of that shit again. You can't mix compassion and money. Jesus said it best in the Sermon on the Mount, but Muhammad said the same thing, and Moses had to leave the palace for the people. And God was always mad at Israel for one thing. They didn't take care of the poor. So, and Dalai Lama said poverty is the breeding ground of violence. So the point is, all the religions point to non-judgmental, uplifting, unconditional love, and I need it now. I need someone to go, wow, the guy is an enigma. He's crazy. He needs to be alone. But, I'll start a podcast. Like, I had a TV show. You Google what I did, you'll go, wow. And I'm not pleased with that because it was tainted. It was like Flint water. I had to be popular. I had to say fuck you to a lot of people. I wanted to be successful. All that shit. That's nothing to do with loneliness. So we do a search and rescue of all institutions of isolation, nursing homes, psych wards, jails, it goes on. And we have an app, and so we do a podcast like the old Jerry Lewis, but not for money. And it's fun and exciting. And at the end of the day, every 4 minutes, we're going, hey, push this button. Free will, no litigation. They'll let you know the closest, you can pick whatever you want. You go 1 hour a week. No obligation. You don't write anything down. Don't worry about HIPAA laws. Here's the person to contact. Do whatever they say, and you visit them until you die or they die, once a week. And believe me, that'll radically change the world. I also, by the way, was mentored, besides Dr. Gregory Irvin, holy mackerel, he was my co-founder, but Dr. Hunter Patch Adams, that's not BS, you'll see it all. He took me to Russia with him for 3.5 weeks. Anyway, I have such a bizarre history, and I've been homeless and in and out of psych wards over 20 times, and I'm just a fucked up human. All right, now it's on 9/10. I just wanted to let you know that's the only reason I'm pushing. Otherwise, I just go hakazuki daki. And I get pushed on the street, Your Honor. I'm just telling you now. I'm an intelligent person. And the middle way, you don't drive all left, you don't drive all right, however you're looking at that. And you just don't. And if you open up a window in the middle of July because it's hot, you got to pull down a screen. And so the issue is I know too much. I'm a Jew. Listen, Nazi Germany, but it's all the same horror. And, but Belgium, listen, life is too hard, and it's too hard for me. But if I can get proper housing, I can't get proper housing. Listen, I don't think if you knew I had 3 horrible food allergies, I don't think you'd go, if you don't eat these food, you're a brat, blah, blah, blah. So, I can't do it anymore. I'm 66, esophagus and heart attack and acute arthritis, and my insanity's worse. I just need to be nurtured a lot more right now. And so what I'm saying is, you'll mean well, like somebody that he doesn't really understand car mechanics, but, they'll go, well, listen, you're going to drive this car, what I'm trying to say, Your Honor, is I need specialized housing. If I can't find it, I got to leave the earth. And that's not an idle threat. It's just done. Done, done, done. And I had to burn my past. I want to start a present, make new memories. I want to end loneliness, eradicate loneliness. Listen, it's astounding what can be done. All right, now it's 10:58. I'm sending you 6 pictures. I got a good... Oh, and John is going to be on court on Thursday, but he told me in point blank, I'm on 3 medicines from Dr. Chapeline. This is one of them. And then there is a steroid. And then, here, maybe I should run over here so you know. So I'm on for acute arthritis. John even said he's been in this apartment 20, 30 times. He says, you couldn't even go up and down those stairs. What are you talking about? But he's a brawn guy. And listen, he and his wife aren't their contact person. But I met him about a year ago. He's just a groovy guy. Some people just gravitate to the people that no one wants to fucking be with. And I'm that person. And he just has a heart of gold. And he grew up so poor in Pittsburgh. But he and his wife are married 37 years. She had the same heart doctor, Dr. Cohen, I did. What am I doing? So here is Trazodone. That is another, painkiller. And then this is prednisone, and that's a steroid. So anyway, he said, I'm coming Monday or Tuesday. Start bagging up. He said, just to get it started. Avi, I got a truck. And I'd never make these people put the bags. Listen, I'm a bastard, but... so John said, listen, we'll take care of it Monday or Tuesday. Just get it started. So I'm sending you the pictures. I got more done than I even thought I would today. I got 2/3 of that room completely, the AI. And I was a little pissed off because, I did that in honor of my daughter. I came here from Cooper. No, excuse me. When I had the esophagus, my daughter's dying of ovarian cancer. She moved in for about 2 months, brought furniture. I had nothing here. You could ask the original owner. For over a year, there was nothing here. I slept on the floor. I was just grateful to be not homeless. And, but anyway, and then whatever. So the issue was my daughter died, and I started that not 2.5 years ago. I told you, 1.5 years ago. And, it was important to me. But anyway, I take the Jesuit and the Buddhist approach to art. Life is temporal, and it never lasts. We're temporal, we don't last. And when God gives you a channeling of art, like sand art, both of these they dedicate the art back to God. But they've been working on it for 6 months, a year, and then they burn it in a ceremony. So the point is, it's groovy, and I hope... that you'll see. But by Wednesday, when they do that inspection at 8:30, please, God, please, it'll be bop-a-doo, zop-a-doo. There won't be any bags. There won't be anything. All right, listen, I got to move here. This is terrible. 13:53. Please remember they broke the law. And that's real, Your Honor. Like, they broke the law. I'd have a real bone in my throat for Jean Gale, because she just said, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Over a year, she knows to call Stacey Gilchrist. Over a year, she knows to call Sandy Cabell. And she just said, fuck you. We're ringing this bell. And they knew in writing not to do any of that. And triggering is triggering. And otherwise, it wouldn't be a law. So please remember, I'm not, come on now. And I can't cohabitate. That's the point. And I think that's it. I'm going to send you... I'll send you the nurses. And I'm going to just send you a Pinterest that I like. Just one picture. All right, listen, before 15 minutes, I hope I can download this. I probably won't be able to. Judge Swift, thank you. I'll see you Thursday morning. This is Avi. Thank you.